It was a pretty much easy poll for people to choose for these movies. It wasn't that hard. Definitely wasn't hard. I did that on purpose because, uh, I want to try something different. I want to review like a superhero movie. Even though we'll get to that soon. Yeah, in the poll I had this. I had not Die Hard. I had Die Hard. And it was Bad Boys. Bad Boys was like number 2 in the poll. It was like 23%. This was like 78 or something like that. They had some bunch of other goofy movies I put in there. I put like Zookeeper and that shitty Knives Out film. So somehow that got like a couple of votes for some reason. Why the fuck would I want to review Knives Out and Zookeeper? Oh god, especially Knives Out. That's just for like fruitcakes. Watching that crap. I mean, it got hot chicks in there, but that's really about it. Superman, super duper man. Da, 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 da. That guy. I never watched any of the live action Superman movies in my entire life. Never. Nope. Not even one. No. I never watched any of the live action Superman movies in my entire life growing up. It may shock most of you guys, but it's true. I never watched any of them. I grew up more with Batman more than Superman as a kid. I grew up watching all the Batman films. Michael Keaton, fucking Val Kilmer, all of those guys. Christian Bale, I guess. I never really got into Christian Bale as a kid. Never really got into him. I didn't get to him until I was like I think a young adult. Maybe late teens, early 20s. That's when I got into Christian Bale. When I was a kid, I didn't really give a fuck about Christian Bale. Superman, no, none of them. No Christopher Reeve, no Brandon Ralph, no Henry Cavill, none of them. I heard of the movies, I heard of the films, just never watched them. I watched the cartoon show, Justice League Unlimited, but never watched Superman the animated series. Yeah, the only Superman thing I ever watched is Justice League Unlimited cartoon. That's like the only thing I watched that has Superman in it. Like I said, people think I'm fucking crazy that I never watched a Superman movie. How the fuck does Samuel never watch a Superman movie in his entire life? That's fucking crazy, right? Not even an animated series? Just this Justice League Unlimited show? That's it? This guy's fucking weird. I just never watched Superman. What do you want me to say? I know the actors. I heard all these shits. I heard all about that. I know who Superman is. I just never gave a fuck about Superman. He is one of the greatest superheroes ever that have been created way before anybody. I think he was like the very first superhero ever been created. He was created in 1938 in one of the DC comics. He was created in 1938. He was like the very first one. Oh wait, I think Batman was first, then Superman. I think, right? If I'm not mistaken, Superman came like the second, and Batman came first. I think so. I could be wrong. I could look it up later, but yeah, it started in 1938. That's when Superman actually came out. He was like way before anybody, way before any other superheroes have been created, way before anybody, even way before I think way before Marvel too. I think, right? Yeah, I was wrong. Definitely wrong. The very first superhero was the Phantom, and a lot of people don't really talk about him. There was also a movie about the Phantom, came out in the 90s, and he was completely forgotten after that. Then, after that, it was Superman, came out in 1938. Then after that, it was Batman, came out in 1939. Yeah, the Phantom. I heard about him, but never watched the movie or read the comics. I heard about the Phantom. But yeah, still, Superman is like way before any of the other fucking superhero characters today. Way before anybody. Except for the Phantom. He's way before anybody. He's like one of the oldest comic books to even exist. And yeah, I just never watched any of his fucking movies. Any of the live action films. None of them. This is my very first time ever reviewing a Superman movie. So, yeah, like way before I even watched this movie, I mean, I know a lot about Superman, and before I watched this, I know that he wears fucking a cape, and he wears a fucking tights on. He's born on a planet called Krypton. His planet blows up. He ends up getting sent to a planet Earth, to this farm, and he was raised by these two people. And he worked on the farm. He was raised on the farm. He went to school in Smallville in high school. Then his dad died, and all this other shit happened. What other fucking bullshit? Oh yeah, there's Lex Luthor. He's a bad guy. There's Brainiac. There's fucking Killer. No, Gorilla Grodd. And there was fucking Doomsday. All these fucking bad guys. Oh yeah, the other asshole. Darkseid. Whole bunch of them. I know a lot of that shit. I just never gave a fuck about watching Superman, the animated series, or the live action movies. Just never cared. I knew a lot about him. I knew a lot about fucking Superman. Just never watched any of that shit. But today, I did, and I did enjoyed it. I did enjoy the film. You know, there is a lot of things. I'm not saying it has a lot of cons, but there is. They could have done a lot better with the whole story with the villain and all that, you know. But it's understandable. It was 1978. They was like testing things out because this is like Superman's very first movie to the theaters. You know, they're like testing new things out to see how it goes and this and that with the characters and all that. You know, it's basically a big test to see what happens. And yeah, it was successful. I mean, of course it was. It's fucking Superman. I think a whole bunch of fucking people fuck geeks and I gotta go see that in fucking theaters, especially in 1978. Oh my god, an actual Superman movie? It's about fucking time they came up with that shit. Dude flying around the fucking air, kicking ass, lifting fucking cars and shit. Hell yeah, I love to go see that. Who wouldn't go see that shit? It's fucking Superman. All these fucking geeks who run to the fucking theaters. Hell yeah. It was fucking very big back in 1978. Yeah. Before that, there was Star Wars, and a lot of people went to go see Star Wars. They went crazy to go see that shit, too. A New Hope, hell yeah. Fucking old man with a lightsaber fighting fucking Darth Vader. Another guy with a lightsaber, hell yeah. It was fucking crazy. Fucking robotic guy and an old man fighting lightsaber, shit. People are fucking jizzing their fucking pants seeing that fucking type of film in theaters. Like, imagine the modern stuff was back then. Like, in this generation, if they had like the modern technology we have now for movies, imagine that shit back then. People in theaters' heads will blow off their fucking bodies if they saw that shit. They'll fucking lose it. But let's get into this movie, shall we? Let's not fucking ramble on for too long. Let's get into this shit. So, Superman 1978 stars Christopher Reeve. Gene Hackman, he plays Lex Luthor. The man's a legend. One of the greatest actors of all time. Any role he plays, he's like terrific at it. He's fucking great. Warren Beatty's in there. He plays his fucking right-hand man. He's pretty goofy in here. We got Lois Lane in here. I forgot who played Lois Lane. She looked like the girl from that show called New Girl, Zooey Deschanel. She looks exactly like her, like she's like her mother in real life or something. So on the planet Krypton, Marlon Brando's in here. He plays the father of Superman, Clark Kent. He plays the father. The mother, I forgot who played the mother. I think she's another famous actress, I think. Fuck it, that's not really his mother, but she's like in love with Marlon Brando's character or something like that, it said. Maria Schell. I don't think I've never heard this bitch before, though. Yeah, she was there, and she was holding the baby and shit like that. I heard that Marlon Brando didn't really get along with people behind the scenes when they did this film. Which is not surprising, because it's not the first time he did shit like that. He always does stupid shit like that. He has like a baby behind the scenes about shit. He always like whining and complaining, I heard. That's what he always does. But Marlon Brando, he always like whining about shit all the time. And like people like have like a hard time getting along with him when they're doing the movie, and he always gave everyone a hard time. I don't get what his problem is. Like, you just fucking do the movie, you goofy bastard. Just do the damn shit. Yeah, so they had like 30 days until the planet explodes, and the whole thing with General Zod, played by Terrence Stamp. They get sentenced for, being assholes. So they get punished and they get sent into this fucking den, square, glass. They put all three of those motherfuckers, one titty bitch and two assholes, mix all in one together in that glass and squish them together like a fucking peanut jelly sandwich. Send them flying into fucking space. Fucking screaming and shit. And we already know that they're gonna be back for like the second movie because it's Terrence Stamp and he was like a famous actor at the time. So people that when they go see that movie already know that General Zod is gonna come back in the second movie. Everybody already knew that already when they went to go see the film. So yeah. So they get sent into space, and Marlon Brando is talking to everybody, all the console people, that they got 30 days left until the planet explodes. They put baby Clark in the fucking that pod or something like that, and he sent that baby off to fucking Earth while the planet explodes, and they all die because they're not enough to save their asses. Then the baby gets sent to the farm, and these two farmer parents, finds him in the hole. The baby comes out and he fucking naked. I want to see the fucking baby's fucking private parts. The fuck, I want to see that shit. I understand it's a naked baby and he had no clothes, but I want to see his fucking wiener. What the hell? Then baby Clark fucking lifts the fucking vehicle up in the air and shocked the farmer parents. And yeah, of course, Dragon Ball Z ripped off Superman. How we not knew that? We all knew that. We knew that for a long time that they did. But the thing is about that, Dragon Ball Z did the story a lot better. Because I'm explaining to you why they did a lot better. Because Goku was from a planet called Planet Vegeta, a planet full of Saiyans, and it was ruled by a guy named King Vegeta. He ruled the planet of all these Saiyans that could turn into great apes and destroy shit. And every time they get hurt, they become more powerful after getting healed, And Frieza, he blew up the fucking planet with his big ass fucking supernova attack. He blew up the planet, killed everybody. And before that, they sent off Goku to planet Earth before the guy fucking exploded and destroyed. And he was found by this guy named Grandpa Gohan, or just Gohan. He raised him for a while until Goku turns to a giant ape and fucking crushed and killed him. So see, that's only the difference is between Goku and Superman. Goku accidentally killed his fucking his father, his Earth father by stomping on him when he turned to a great ape. Superman, his father just died of a heart attack in a farm. That's the only thing that was different between the two. Another thing is, Goku was born on planet Vegeta, and it was full of Saiyans and all that other stuff. The planet didn't just blow up because it just blew up. It blew up because of a bastard named Frieza. He blew it the fuck up. Planet Krypton just went into the sun and they just exploded. There's a huge difference. I feel like Dragon Ball Z did a lot better with Goku and all that other shit. I'm a bigger fan of Goku than Superman, no doubt about that. But I like Superman also. Oh yeah, and Goku had a father named Bardock, and he kicked a lot of ass. Well, what did fucking Superman's father do? Nothing. Okay. I mean, maybe he did do something. I don't know. I never read the comics. Maybe Superman's father did do stuff. I mean, he did this stuff here in that beginning scene where he put those guys in prison, General Zod and all of them. But I don't know if he actually did superhero shit like Superman did. I don't know. Can't really tell you on that. I'm not really that deep in Superman, but I know a lot of things about Superman. I'm not too deep into it like that. But anyways, Superman is a fucking teenager now. And he's in high school, Smallville High, and he's I think he's a water boy or something like that for this football team, and they treat him like he's like a janitor of the football team or something like that. These people, he doesn't really get bullied or anything. I mean, imagine they actually try to bully him. Oh, these people would be fucking dead. He was fucking tossing motherfuckers onto the air, and he falls to the ground, and he fucking cracked their skull open. They'd be fucking dead. No fucking way. You want to bully that? You don't. Who the fuck want to bully a guy with superpowers? You'd be fucking murdered. Especially you fucking Superman of all people. Fucking tossing you in the air like a fucking pizza. Way in the fucking air like a pizza. Like, teenage Superman could be like a fucking bully if you wanted to, but like, there's no point to it because he has a good soul. He has a good heart. He would never do some shit like that, you know? Because there is this one scene when he's a teenager, he kicks the football so high in the air, he could join a football team if he wanted to. He could do anything he wanted to. He could do fucking anything he wanted to. He could go in the fucking girls' locker room. Well, I mean, he don't have to go to the girls' locker room. He could just fucking use his fucking vision to see what kind of color underwear they got on. Which, they do mention that later on with Lois Lane. Let's not let you know about that. You know, she asked him what color underwear I'm wearing, so she asked him that question, so fuck it. So now he decides he's gonna run home because after he was trying to ask one of the cheerleader girls on a date, but it turns out she fucked him over and got in the car with this asshole, this dorky dude. So he decided he's gonna run home past this train, like super fast. Even though for a movie from 1978, they did not bad job with the whole running scene. They did not bad job. But if that movie came out in this generation, he'd be like way, way, way faster, like really super speed. Because like I said, technology is a lot different now than back then. They did well enough what they got there. So anyway, it goes for like Star Wars from back then too. They did good enough with what they got. So yeah, he went super speed back home. He made it back home to the farmer house and catch up with that dorky guy and the football dorky guy in the car with the girls. He said, "Wow, you made it home that fast?" He said, "I just run fast," he told him. "Wow, you're a really odd kid, Superman." Well, he didn't say Superman. He said, "You're a really odd kid, Clark." And then, Clark was mad as fuck. Like I said, Clark Kent, like I said, if he had one of those neutral hearts or he had that bully mentality in him, he would have fucking just tossed those motherfuckers in the air and fucking catch the kid and you're like, "Oh, Bobby, please don't do it again, please." He could do that if he wanted to, but like I said, he's too good-hearted to do shit like that. He's too good-hearted. He's not like us. He want to do some shit like that. There's a lot of people like Superman in real life that have a good heart like him. So a lot of people like him, just like him in real life, have a good heart. He want to do stuff like that. So yeah, he made it back home, and his farmer dad was talking to him about, you're on this earth for a reason, Well, we don't know what it is, but you're on this planet for a reason. And that's what he told him. And after that, fucking Clark went to go play with the dog, and then the farmhouse, his dad has a heart attack, and he dies on the ground, flat. He dies flat on the ground. He just dies. And his wife sees him there, and Clark sees him all there, and then next thing you know, a funeral happens and all that other shit. So he dies, and later on, Clark wakes up one night and he finds this kryptonite, which for some reason doesn't bother him yet until he got older. Which that's kind of weird how that kryptonite doesn't bother him yet. But whatever. Like I said, I'm not too deep in the comics. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that kryptonite makes him weak. Somehow it didn't make him weak or anything. He just grabbed kryptonite and it didn't bother him. I think because it's a totally different thing. I think it's like a different type of kryptonite. I think that kryptonite doesn't bother him. There's different kryptonites, I guess. So he has this kryptonite, and he told his mother that he's going to be going away now or something like that. So he finds this Iceland place or something like that, and he wakes up this crystal place, his crystal lair, what the hell they call it. He goes in there, throws the fucking kryptonite, and awakens his holographic father, tell him the story about that he's his real father, and he gave him his powers and the suit, and now he's flying. Next thing you know, he's at the Daily Planet, or you want to call it, I think it's Daily Planet, whatever it is, the newspaper place. Like I said, this is before all these other superheroes. This is before fucking Spider-Man and all that. Spider-Man came out way after fucking Superman, way after Superman. And he was at the Daily Bugle. He's at Daily Planet, so there's a difference. Spider-Man, he took pictures. He's just a photographer. Clark Kent was just the guy who just writes newspapers and shit. And he plays like, he makes believe he's like this nerdy, dorky guy, so people don't know that he's Superman. So he ran into Lois Lane, and I really like this actress. I really like this actress plays Lois Lane. I don't really know her that much, but she's a pretty good actress. It's sad what happened to her in real life, because she, killed herself. It's pretty sad. She was like 69 years old. I didn't look too deep into it, so I just heard that she did it, and that's it. Rest in peace. So yeah, he meets with her, and he likes her, this and that. There's romantic thing with each other. Well, he does. She doesn't right away. And there's Lex Luthor. He's played by one of the greatest actors of all time, Gene fucking Hackman. He's like terrific. Any role he plays is terrific. The way he acts, the way he speaks, he does it in the most perfect way possible. And anything he plays, even if it's an awful movie, he does great at it. He's like one of those type of actors. It's just like with the other guy, Brian Cox. Even if it's an awful movie, because he was in Pixels, he did great in it. It was an awful movie, he did great. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, he's in it. He has these fucking henchmen guys. Well, not guys. One's a girl, one's a guy. Warren Beatty, one of them. And this other lady, I think she's like a model or something like that in real life. I wasn't really a fan of their characters that much, because I feel like they didn't really fit in the story. Maybe they changed Warren Beatty around, made him more like a mature character, instead of a goofball. I feel like they should have made him more like a serious character, just like Gene Hackman's character. I don't know why they let him wear that wig for too long in the movie, too. Like, I understand that Lex Luthor did wear a wig in the comics, I think. But I feel like he should have took that wig off way early in the film, because at the end of the film, he ended up taking the wig off. Like 5 minutes left of the film. Like, why? Why did you take it off now? Why did you take it off way before? Like, I didn't get the whole story of that. Why didn't you take it off earlier? Because Lex Luthor was like always bald. That's like mostly his thing. It's being bald. So yeah, Lex Luthor, he decides like he's gonna like blow up the fucking the whole fucking world with nuclear bombs and shit like that he stole with his henchmen and shit. Then you got Lois Lane wondering about Superman, because he like saved her from falling from a fucking building, like Empire State Building or something like that. She about to fall from that, and he rescued her. And now she's like curious about him. She wanted to know all these things about him, because like the newsprinter guy, the head of all of them, he wanted to know about Superman and all that other stuff. So she decided to talk to Superman, learn from him and shit like that. And she asked questions like, what color underwear I'm wearing? What the fuck, lady? There's no time for all that shit. What color underwear I'm wearing? And he does answer it. He's like, oh, you're wearing pink. The fuck is this shit? Is this Superman or a fucking porn movie? What the hell's going on here? Yeah, so that's all happening. And then you got, whatever fucking bullshit. I felt like they should have more with Lex Luthor in this movie. He only did like one thing in this movie besides like... Yeah, like he only did one thing in this movie besides grab nuclear bombs to blow up the whole world. That's all he did. He didn't do anything else that is like minor. That's the only thing he only did. And to lure Superman to his lair, he decides to get inside his mind so he can come down there to his lair, which works. He gets him to his lair and fucking like takes out he didn't take out the kryptonite. He tells Superman, don't open that fucking treasure box, don't open that. He fucking opens that shit and he sees kryptonite in there. He makes him weak. He puts the fucking kryptonite necklace on Superman. He pushes him in the fucking pool of water, big ass pool of water. Puts him in there and he starts to drown in there or some shit like that. Then Lex Luthor gets out of there and he's about to blow up New Jersey with the nuclear bombs, and his girlfriend was like, well, my mother lives there. And Lex Luthor is like, who cares? Who gives a fuck? So he walks away, and Superman is drowning in the water, and he tells the lady, look, you gotta let me out of here, okay? He's like, but my mom's gonna die. So, oh, well, I'll go save your mom then, okay? So he gets out of water after taking off the fucking kryptonite necklace. He gets out of war. He like that was pretty fucking easy, was it? He just take off the fucking kryptonite necklace like with no problem. And he fucking flies out of the fucking place. And he fucking grabs a fucking nuclear bomb and he throws it into the fucking sky, but it still causes problems. Not sky. He throws it into fucking space. It still causes problems for planet Earth. It causes all these fucking giant ass earthquakes to start happening. All these fucking rocks and all this fucking landscape shit. Fucking water exploding and everything like that. Like everything's like going fucking crazy. And fucking Superman gotta go save all these fucking people and shit. His girlfriend Lois Lane gets fucking trapped in a fucking crack rocks and shit in someone's butt crack. In a earthquake butt crack. She gets stuck in there. And she ended up fucking dying, I guess. I guess all that because there's no air in there, so she dies. Well, Superman, it was like too late to save her. He does like save her body, but she wasn't living anymore. So he fucking flips out. He's like, ah! Start fucking screaming. He fucking flies in the air. He's like, he got an idea in his head. He's gonna reset time. You know, I think his dad told him not to do something like that or whatever the hell. So he decided to reset time and fix everything back to the way it was. Where the part where she had a hard time finding to start her car up. He shows up right there and everything was fine. So he flies off. He grabs Gene Hackman, aka Lex Luthor, and Warren Beatty, brings him to prison. So these are two guys who caused the whole nuclear bombs to start happening. I was, oh, is that so? And fucking Gene Hackman takes off his fucking wig off and said, yeah, it's me, Lex Luthor. I'm the criminal who started all this. Why would he tell himself like that? Like, really? You see the picture right there. He takes his fucking wig off. He's like, yeah, me, I started this whole fucking thing. I caused all these problems. If he's a villain, why does he just lie about it? You know, does the villains like lie about shit? And why didn't he just take off his wig off like in the middle of the fucking film, and then instead of the fucking right at the end of the film where the credits about to roll? It makes no fucking sense. Why take his wig off earlier? Why right at the end of the fucking film where the credits about to hit? I guess because Superman 2 or something like that. Still don't make no sense. Why didn't he take it off earlier? But I will say this is a pretty decent film. I didn't mind it. I like Christopher Reeve as Superman. It sucks what happened to that guy. It's pretty tragic what happened to him in real life. He was horseback riding with his horse. And he was like jumping over fences and shit. And this one fence he couldn't jump over, and the horse, he falls off the horse. The horse ends up falling on top of him, which cracks his spine, and he ends up in a wheelchair the rest of his life until he died. He was bald and everything. It's pretty sad. Pretty tragic life what happened to him. Especially he lost his wife before he died and shit. It's pretty sad shit. Yeah. Then that girl that played Lois Lane killed herself like years later, like 15 years later. It's like, that's pretty fucking sad too. Pretty tragic for these fucking actors. But yeah, like I said, I never seen any of these Superman movies until I seen this one. Other ones, like I said, Brandon Ralph, never seen that one. I heard that movie fucking sucks. Brandon Ralph, I heard, was pretty good, but the movie was terrible. Same with Henry Cavill. He did pretty good, but the movie was terrible. That's what I heard. And I heard that Michael Shannon was pretty good as General Zod, I heard. And he looked like he was pretty good. I saw a couple of clips of him in there. He looked like he did pretty good. Then now they're making another Superman movie. It's coming out next year with some totally new guy. People are like, we want Henry Cavill back, which, the new guys run DC don't want Henry Cavill back. The guy who did, what's his fucking name? James Gunn. James Gunn is the guy who, he took over DC and shit. So, I guess it's time for the pros and cons of this. The pros, I think the soundtrack was pretty good. Because John Williams, the legend himself, who also did Star Wars, he did the fucking music. He did the music. I like Christopher Reeve as Superman. He did a really great job. He had the right size, the right height. I like the actress Lois Lane. She reminds me of Zooey Deschanel. She does a really good job in this film. I really like Gene Hackman here too. Gene Hackman did pretty good in here. I wish they did a better job with his character. I feel like they should have did more with his character, to be honest with you. I wish he did more like bad guy shit besides stealing nuclear fucking weapons and use it to try to destroy the fucking planet with it. Should have did more besides that. I guess I didn't mind Warren Betty either, but I didn't really like the lady that much that worked with Lex Luthor. I didn't really like her that much. She was just a fucking there just to help Superman escape from the fucking kryptonite and all the other shit. Alright, so it's time for the cons. So the cons, I can say what the whole Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor. I feel like his character should be a lot more utilized in this film than anything. He should have did a lot more than just sit around not doing anything besides look at newspapers and hang out in his fucking pool all day. He should have actually did more things and actually have his own corporate business place he actually runs in, not like underground. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? I don't know. I remember Lex Luthor, like, he has his own tower business. He works in a tower. He never work underground or anything like that. That I remembered. And like he didn't really do anything until like fucking second half of the film. Most of the time in the first half, he just sat around and did anything. Only thing he did is steal nuclear power weapons, destroy the fucking planet. That's all he did. Anything else, he just sat around, did nothing. Hang around, fart in the pool. That's it. He should have did like more fucking bad guys shit besides doing that. And another thing is that he takes his fucking wig off like at the end of the fucking film. At the credits, so it's about to roll. Why ain't he taking his fucking wig off earlier when it's like the middle of the film? Like, I don't get that shit. Why you take it off right at the credits? It's stupid. Another thing I didn't like about this film was the ending. The ending kind of sucked. All of a sudden, fucking Superman just grabs the motherfuckers and brings them to prison, and that's it. They go to jail. That's it. I thought Superman was gonna fight Lex Luthor. I thought Lex Luthor was gonna be like in like a robotic machine suit or something. I thought it'd be like a final boss fight or something like that. No, nothing. Nothing happens. Superman just grabs the two motherfuckers and brings them to the prison, and they go to jail. That's it. I can understand that there was no of that shit of Lex Luthor being a robot suit or anything like that. I can understand that clearly, but I wish they did something with him, for Christ's sakes. They didn't really do anything. I thought it'd be like a final boss fight or something against Lex Luthor. Nothing. He just grabs him and Lauren Betty and brings him to prison. And the movie ends. The end. And like before Lex Luthor did anything like that, there's like other people doing shit like some guy fucking climbing a fucking building. Superman stops him. Or these other assholes, I think they were like, I forgot who the other assholes. I think they were like robbers, the other people or something like that. I don't know. And he stopped them. Nothing really happens to him besides just Lex Luthor doing shit. That's it. He didn't really do anything that much either. He just sat around, read newspapers, and hang out in the pool. That's all he did. I thought he could do some like really, fucked up shit besides nuclear weapons. I thought he'd do more shit besides that. No. He didn't really do anything. Gene Hackman was perfect for this role, but the writing did not do it well for him. The writing for his character did not do it. They didn't know what to do with Gene Hackman or Lex Luthor at all. They didn't know what they're doing with him. He was perfect for the role, but the writing was shit. They didn't do anything with the character. They did a lot with Christopher Reeve. They did a good job with him, but Lex Luthor, his character was written pretty weak. They should have did a better job with his character. They could have like a lot more going on besides him stealing nuclear weapons and using it to blow up the fucking the planet and shit. Could have did a lot more. But then again, no, I guess they're just saying him for fucking the second movie with General Zod or something like that. Lex Luthor, this is his whole fucking movie. This movie should have been all about him. Not have him share the fucking spotlight with fucking Terrence Stamp and his character General Zod. This whole movie should have been him taking over the world and shit, all that. But then again, just get him to steal nuclear weapons and use it to blow up the whole planet Earth.